Your reasons for listening. Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your
I already
dose
messed
of
up.
Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Yeah, it is. All right, guys. Welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Give me a second. Gotta turn this camera down. Gotta turn it down. You can see a little bit better there. Let me see. Can you see out the window there? Give me 1 second. Hold on. What the hell? Why can I not turn this down? Give me a second, guys. Oh, my browser has lost connection. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me turn the microphone down. Bam. Can't hear anything now, right? Hello? Oh. How do I mute this thing? You know what? Screw it.
I'm getting rid of that camera.
Bye. Remove. Get out of here. Kick from studio. Kick guest. All right. Let me see here. Wait. Why is my... Hold up. Oh, man. I'm having all types of issues here. Oh, man. What did I do? Oh, my God. Give me a second, guys. Let me, what is going on here? Start cam. Am I good? Start cam. There we go. Thank God almighty. What the hell, man? All right. So, yeah, blame the cane. I'm supposed to have a guest coming on. I got to tell you, that's actually a pretty good shot out the front. I put a camera at the front of my house here in Edgewater, Florida. It's sitting out the front. It's not that impressive right now, but I got to tell you, the winds are definitely picking up. I got a guest that's supposed to be coming on, Erska. Vulture, can you reach out? Can you please reach out to her and see if she's going to join me or not? Anyways, guys, hold on. I don't even have the Google Voice up. But if you guys want to give me a call, you can easily do that. 407-270-3044. I would like, if you are in the state of Florida right now and you are dealing with this hurricane right now, I would love to have you on. And give me a call, 407-270-3044. Is the audio okay? I would like to hear from you. Because it seems like it might be running a little slow on my end, but I don't know. This is something that I threw together last minute. I'm lucky. All right, so it's Lima Chiz. So I'm lucky right now because I had no internet earlier. I'm absolutely shocked that I still actually have power. This storm is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Oh man, and I gotta fix the camera here so you're not seeing. There we go. That's a lot better. But you can see the wind picking up a little bit. This storm came in about 3:00 today. It made landfall down in the Port Charlotte area. And it was really, really weird to see that, because originally they thought that this storm was going to go north of Tampa. And they said that they were going to have catastrophic type storm surge. But now that it went south of Tampa, it has actually sucked all the water out of the bay. And then everybody thought it was a great idea. They thought it was a great idea to be able to go out and be in the bay where the water once was. That might be one of the dumbest things in the world. Do you guys realize that when a tsunami hits, the water actually pulls out of a certain area? That water is going to come back rushing into the bay. Yeah, I did see that, Musty. I definitely did see that. Musty. You see that chick get caught? Yeah, I did. Right? Hold on. Why is this not? I have a feeling that this is not working out very well. I don't know why. It just seems like my computer is lagging a little bit. How is the video on your end, guys? Because what I plan on doing is here in a few minutes, I'm going to go mobile. I'm going to leave this stream running, and then I'm going to hop in my truck. Yeah, it's definitely lagging. That's... You know why it might be lagging is because I got TeamViewer on. Man, I definitely have to get a better computer. Yeah, Vulture, I'm logging off of TeamViewer. I really think that is lagging me. I think it is. Sorry. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think it actually is a little bit better. All right, cool. Yeah, it's definitely running a lot better now. Now that TeamViewer is not on, I definitely think that it is definitely running a little bit better. Anyways, I would like to hear from you guys. Please, wherever you're at in the state of Florida, if you're in the state of Florida, give me a call, 407-270-3044. Right now, I know that camera out front does not really seem like it's that bad of a deal, but it actually we're getting some pretty good gust here, and it is really not that far away. Well, I mean, it is kind of far. So yeah, thank you, Musty. But yeah, luckily we still have power. I'm waiting for my guest to join me, Erska. I was actually on her podcast. She's over in Europe. She was supposed to join me tonight. Oh no, Musty. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna be really, really bad. And that's why I want to go out and do a little bit of exploring, because we're actually under a curfew tonight after 8 p.m. So I'm gonna try to go out to the intercoastal while I'm doing this live stream, just see if it is working. It could, I mean, it could be an absolute disaster. It's Wags. It's Wags. It says Tuddle going to loot later. Because if, in all honesty, if you look at the video that I got on the right hand side there, it doesn't look that bad, but it definitely is. Actually, it's very, very calm right now, if I'm just being 100% honest. It is very, very, very calm right now. And yes, I am going to live stream. So when I get done with this, I'm definitely going to live stream it until I have power. I mean, Vulture was the one that gave me the idea to put up the webcam. And I decided to put up the webcam early this morning just to show the progression of it. And I really think that people were enjoying it. People were able to see what was going on. And if you guys have any questions, I mean, I answer a lot of questions from a lot of the people in the chat rooms and stuff. But I mean, if you guys want to call in, you most certainly can do that. 407-270-3044. But I'm going to try to go out. Matter of fact, I may just get that over with and get that done. Let me see. I want to make sure that I got everything that I need before I go out there. Because I need this. I need to put on my headphones. But I want to go out to the intercoastal and see how that ends up working out. I mean, it could be a complete, absolute failure. Me going out there. I'm probably sure that it's not the smartest thing to do in the world. But I'm gonna do it. Matter of fact, let's light this candle. Let's get out there and do a little bit of exploring. So give me a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna have to use the phone that I'm using at the front of the house that I'm using there right now. So just stand by, guys. I know that it's not the most professional thing to do in the world, but I'm going to go out and get this thing started and do a little bit of exploring. So stand by, guys. Hey,
Hey there.
hey, yeah. I mean, I just lost internet and power here. It's
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
yeah, it's getting really really bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
See, I already took my green screen down and everything because I didn't even think and I finally got it back.
Y'all have
Go ahead.
do you have a hurricane?
Yeah, it's a hurricane right now. It was
Is that exciting? I've never had a hurricane here.
it's not fun, especially living in Florida. It's bad. Ooh, I think a transformer just exploded out there. So I don't even know how long I'm gonna even be able to like do this. So
All right.
like if man, that's some bad thunder. But if something does end up happening and we get cut off, that's it. But it's actually getting pretty bad out there right now. But Urska, how are things over there? You guys don't get hurricanes where you're at, right?
We don't, and for whatever reason, I really want to experience one someday. I don't know. I feel like I would find them exciting. Are you at home? You look like you're in jail.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I got pulled over on a suspended license one time. They threw me in the crazy unit with a lot of people. But Urska, before we get into the show and everything, tell my audience a little bit about yourself, how they can check you out and stuff.
Oh, show we're live. Okay, so
Yeah, we're definitely live. We're definitely live.
Fair enough. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Captainese, Captainese, or something like that. And I have a Spotify, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah. So you guys can check me out there.
I was checking out some of your social media and stuff, and like I saw you were doing like some MMA type stuff.
Yeah,
like fighting and everything.
MMA and boxing, but nothing too serious, just recreational, you know.
Okay. So, but like, would you like want to fight somebody in a competitive match? Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, have you ever been in a fight before?
Yes, I have been in a fight, but not outside of the ring, because then I get excluded from the gym. Like as soon as there's some trouble outside, you get kicked out. So I figured it's not worth it.
So did you ever have to stand up for yourself growing up? By the way, where are you located? Tell my audience
Okay,
where
so I'm from Slovenia. That's a really small country. Nobody knows about it. I might as well be from Narnia. But it's near Italy. Yeah, and it's a really small country. And no, I've never had to stand up for myself because growing up, I was pretty much addicted to video games, so I didn't socialize. So I lost all my friends, which is great. I mean, it's not great, but I didn't have to fight. So yeah, I never had to stand up for myself.
What type of games are you gaming? What type of gamer are you?
It was mostly The Sims, but I was also playing Spider-Man and Fortnite and stuff like that. Yeah.
Did you ever get into Minecraft? No, never Minecraft or anything.
I did get into it a little bit. I mean, I got into everything, but mostly The Sims.
So, how old are you, Urska? I know you should never ask. 27. All right. So 27. I would think that you would be like a big catch in Slovenia, like that. Like the guys that got to be lining up and stuff. What is dating like in Slovenia? Like does a guy have to come and meet your parents and stuff? Like is there like rules or is the culture any different, or is it just basically the same as it is in America?
We're just gold diggers. We just like men with money. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't know. I'm pretty asocial, to be completely honest with you. So I spend most of my time alone. Like, for example, during the coronavirus, I was alone for 3 months. 3 months, I didn't see a person. Yeah, no.
It didn't bother you then. Like the pandemic was like suited you quite fine then, right?
I was low-key excited when all this shit happened. I was like, wow, where's this going?
But I mean,
no, I'm not hanging out with people that much, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, but I mean, 27 though. Like any serious relationships in your life?
I did have a serious relationship. Yeah, it was a good one. I had it for like 4 years, 5 years. So yeah, that was a good.
So what? So was that recent? Is that something that like happened
Oh shit, that
recently, or
was from the age of 17 till the age of 22.
yeah? Did you were you ever like, oh yeah, this gonna be the person I'm gonna be with the rest of my life?
No,
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 no.
nah.
Oh.
Mm-mm. No.
So say you're out at a place. Now, I mean, you already said you're kind of antisocial and stuff. I mean,
Honestly, I just came back from a nightclub now because I
oh,
was
you
out.
did. All
Yes, and
right.
I went out alone. That's not weird, right?
No, I mean,
Okay.
do you got to worry about, being a 27-year-old woman in Slovenia? Do you got to worry about, maybe
Oh,
being kidnapped, or
no,
is
no,
any
no,
of that stuff
no.
happen? No.
It's the city where I'm from, this is the safest place ever. You can walk around at 2 a.m. anywhere, seriously anywhere, and nothing's gonna happen. Um, no, no, it's cool. So I went out alone, and it was no problems at all. I didn't get drunk. I just got one drink, and that was it. And
What
I'm
what does
also
Urshka drink when she goes out?
well, I had there's this drink that we do here. It's called coconut shot,
All
right?
right.
And it's
Mhm.
alcoholic, obviously, but it's not, it's sweet. So if you drink a couple, you're not gonna feel it at first, but then afterwards, it's gonna come after you. You know what I mean?
So
So
coconut, but what type of alcohol is in it?
I couldn't tell you honestly. I just drink it. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm drinking.
So what are some of the things in your country, Slovenia? Like what are some of the things, the big topics and stuff like that you're dealing with in your country right now? Like
Okay,
what
so I have to be honest. This is one of the most safest countries in the world, but also one of the most boring countries in the world. It's
yeah.
a great place to retire because we have a lot of green stuff. We have a lot of forest, a lot of nature, a lot of parks. So it's pretty cool. But it's boring, and we don't have as many cool topics as you guys there in
Yeah.
the United States. No.
Guns, you guys got guns
No.
in there? No,
No.
no guns?
No. No.
Yeah. Have you ever shot? Like have you ever gone out, done shooting?
I go to the shooting range
You-
every week.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Uh
I have
so
I have a license for Magnum and Beretta, and I love
oh,
it.
there you go.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, in your country, when they look at Americans and stuff, like what is the stereotypes? Because, like, you go from country to country, and you're looking at Americans. What do most people in your country think about Americans?
Most of us are concerned that America is going towards socialism and communism,
Mm-hmm.
which, to be quite honest, I'm concerned as well. Not as concerned about as I am for Canada, but you guys are going there. Let's be honest, you guys are shifting a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
And
So you think we're becoming socialists then here in the United States? So
a little bit, a little bit.
yeah.
I'm not going to
So,
criticize you, okay? It's none of my business, but
no, 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 no. I don't support any of the politicians here in this country and stuff. I hate all of them. I think they're pieces of crap. So socialism. I take it you're probably people in your country aren't fans of Biden and stuff. I could probably hear that. No, they don't.
no, we're definitely not big fans of Biden. No.
No. What about Trump? You guys, Slovenia like Trump?
A couple of them like Trump. I myself, I'm not a big fan of Trump either.
Hmm.
I mean, but at least he's not sleeping. You know what I mean? At least he's awake.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. So, have you've been to America though, haven't you?
that's right. I've been to New York. I love New York. I've been to Los Angeles. I hated Los Angeles. I never been to Florida though. Florida is on my list now.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to say that they're saying that our governor here in the state of Florida is going to be the president one day, and I could easily see it happening.
Well,
I could easily, and like he's I think he'd be right up your alley and stuff. He's done a
what
great
was it?
job with this hurricane.
What was it like during the coronavirus in Florida? Were you guys open or closed?
Well, I mean, at first we were kind of closed down, but our governor just let it eat. Like he was like, we don't want people wearing masks. He just said, I want it to be open. He was like, our governor was just wanting it. He was like, you shouldn't be forced to be vaccinated. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. We're not doing any of this shutdown. We're going to be open. We're not closing businesses or anything
That's right.
like that. Let people go out and do whatever they want to do. So, I mean, yeah,
Really
Florida,
cool.
per usual, Florida we don't give a fuck in Florida. That's just the way that it's always been. Like
I
Florida
like that.
is, yeah, I mean, if our governor wanted, there would have never been any shutdowns. There would have been no, you have to get vaccinated, or he just was like, no, we're gonna stay open. We're not doing any of that stuff.
Good. Well, I'd vote him for president just because of that.
All right, so a listener, Vulture, actually he's my producer. He says, "Run the numbers." So it's something from my old radio show. Run the numbers. People are wanting to know what your measurements are, because a lot of people are like, they're looking at you. They're a bunch of horny Americans and stuff, and they're like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
so
thought someone was.
they're wanting to
I
know the
thought
numbers.
I thought someone was trying to fight me, and they were asking for my
No,
reach and my
no, not your
support.
real. Why are you
All
wanting
right.
to
Well, I
fight
was
me?
getting ready. I was like, oh shit.
How
Okay,
tall of a
so
person are you?
I'm gonna okay. Let's see measures. See, because I have to convert everything now from
Oh
Slovenian.
yeah,
We're
but well,
taking
I mean, yeah, because you got to remember, you guys are all different than. Well, no, I think America is the only one that does feet and like inches and stuff. So,
Yeah, you guys are hella weird. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm 5'7".
mhm,
That's 170 centimeters. I have 125 pounds.
mhm.
I have no idea about my measures, but uh, what type of audience do you have? Do you have any young men? Can you like hook me up with, you
Yes,
know?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Would you be okay like if we did like in a Slovenia American dating game, and we could get
Let's
you
do it.
we could
Let's
get
do it.
you a green card, a work visa. You could like automatically move here to the United States and get you married off to, for a little bit of time. I
And
don't even
my
know what
age
the rules are.
range, okay, I'm single, and my age range is anywhere from 18. I have to go to 18 because with 17, I'm already 1 foot in jail,
Mhm.
to 45. Why not?
Oh, so
Yeah.
45. Mr. Matt 28 says girl is cute.
And I
Um,
also need a man who understands that I'm single.
okay. So, all right, hold on. Let me see this. She can come live at my place, Tuds, rolling on the floor, laughing. She could easily. So, you know what? I mean, we're opening up Pandora's box here, because a lot of these guys are going to be like, all right, let's get this done. Can people follow you on social media, your Instagram or whatever? Can people follow you?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, okay, so if you're male, okay, from 18 to 42, and you look cool, okay, just give me 30 seconds. Let me just say, and you look cool, and you look nice, and you have a nice body and a nice face. Add me on Instagram, Captainese, and yeah. Oh, that was awkward.
No, it was not awkward. Listen, as a
Uh,
woman, if you're attractive, you don't have to. You can be awkward all you want to. How about older men? Say 42, soon 43 in November. Nah, shut up, Vulture. He was talking about me. That's what he was saying. So, but
are you still single, by the way?
yeah, I am.
Hmm.
I was married. I got divorced in 2014. So, yeah, there's that. And then you had all this stuff happen here in America. Not a lot of people are going out and dating and stuff.
Yeah,
But
social media and stuff is ruining the dating pool.
yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
really, really is. So the hurricane's happening. So what would people not know about Slovenia where you're at? Where so you say it's next to Italy, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so like, all right, here, let's what is something that your country does that no other country does? Like, here in America, everybody thinks we love guns, we love shooting people and all that stuff. What would be the stereotypes of Slovenians?
Yeah, the stereotypes would be all true, by the way. People are pretty jealous when
Mhm.
when someone has something, then you have to have it as well. Those are those a lot of people are like that. I'm not gonna lie, and also we have a lot of stigmas, right? So it's a stigma if you are gay,
Yeah.
lesbian, a
Yeah.
little bit of a stigma. It's a
Mhm.
stigma if you go out to the nightclub alone, for example. Me.
Oh, you just
I
did that. So they were looking at you. They're like, look at Captain Ease. That's such a stigma.
I'm done listing imaginary friends when someone asks me who are you here with. I'm just telling them, I'm alone. And this is really not the time for a therapy session. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm just enjoying the music. And for whatever reason, people see it normal when you're at a park alone, when you're in a library alone. But as soon as you're at a nightclub alone, okay, now there's a problem. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're
no.
like, oh, why doesn't she have a man with her? Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
is
right,
she,
right.
why
Yeah.
why
Or
why is she
maybe
all by herself?
I don't know. Maybe I just look creepy like that. I don't know. It's either one of
Whatever.
the two.
What is it about European women though? European women, the here in America, we were like, oh man, why are all European women just like hot, blonde hair? Like they just have all their stuff together, and then us as Americans
You ever thought about yeah, I think you froze, man.
are like, they got curves. Can you hear me now? I lost connection there a little bit.
You did. You froze. You froze like
Yeah, I
an ice
did.
cream.
Uh,
We don't need that much junk food. Nah, I'm
mhm.
kidding. No, we don't.
What is Slovenia food like? What if I was to talk to you and be like, oh, what is the food that
Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't like it. It's
well, what is it like? What if you had to say one food that represents Slovenia? What would it be?
it would be a sausage.
A sausage for real, like Germany, kind of.
Yes, yes, it would be a sausage. Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys put on? Like, if do you guys put it in a bun? Do you eat it on a bun or
Oh,
like
like no, 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 no.
no?
I mean, no. It's just a simple sausage, and then we eat some bread with it and some tomatoes. It's really not all that, to be completely honest. Like you don't go to Slovenia for food,
No.
Like you don't go there for nightclubs. You go to
What do
Slovenia to retire, and that's about it.
okay, so you were there. I mean, you were obviously born and raised there.
Mhm.
Has your family always been in Slovenia?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Only child?
Hmm.
So you didn't have see, you would think that somebody in Slovenia, it would be like a family of like 8 girls, and then the father is just trying to marry them off to like certain people and stuff.
Jeez, I mean, we are modernized now a little bit. It's not like we're from some era of the past, but I mean, yeah, we're lagging a little bit, I guess, and we're a little bit more traditional than United States, I believe. But it's not that horrible, I guess. And not having any siblings was just suitable because I was addicted to video games. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even, if I had siblings, I probably wouldn't even notice them.
Somebody, Mr. Met 28, once again, wants to know what is her Instagram name.
Captainese, Captainese.
Yeah, and we talked about this when I was on your show. Is that available if people want to check out when I was a guest on your show? Is it
Oh,
available
yeah.
yet?
That's coming out on Friday because
Okay,
now I'm
so
doing. Yes.
so the interview that I did with you being on your show, I was a guest on your show. It'll be available on Friday, and that'll be on
Friday.
Spotify, correct?
Yes. By the way, guys, that was one heck of an interview. I think we did a great job. We were both very honest. And I think everyone, if you want to hear us offend everybody in the world, just to check out that podcast and you'll satisfy your needs.
All right. So, what is the main religion over in Slovenia?
Christianity, of course.
Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have the same problems we have here in the United States?
What problems do you have?
Being divided, racism, any of that stuff. Do you guys get that? Is there like, like we've been having a little bit of problem here. Is that something you guys deal with in Slovenia?
Yeah, see, we have like 0 black people, so we cannot even be racist. And we have very few Muslims here.
Yeah.
So we don't have those type of problems, when all people are the same religion, same race and everything. No, I mean, but you gotta find something to divide communities. So we picked gays.
Oh,
And
so if you're homosexual in Slovenia, that's like, yeah, that's not accepted very well.
yeah,
in the country.
yeah. Unless you are a man and you are bisexual, then you're gonna get a lot of creepy women who are gonna get hella excited about your
Whoa. Wait.
orientation.
How is that? Like they're like, so Slovenian women are attracted to bisexual men for some reason, or no?
We don't hate them. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here in this country, there's a lot of women that take a lot of pride in, and I got to be careful about, because I don't want to get kicked off of Twitch or any of my other places. But like some women do like think it's like a conquest if they were able to hook up with a guy that might be bisexual or might like the same sex, because they're like, oh man, my stuff is so good that I was able to get him to turn.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my personal belief, I was just talking to a sex therapist and he said that the proportion of men who are actually bisexual is a lot greater than we believe it is,
Yeah.
which was very shocking because I didn't think that was the case, but it is the case. In Slovenia, if you're gay, you're not going to be as well accepted as if you're a bisexual, but if you're bisexual, it would be preposterous to believe that you're not going to be welcomed. And I don't know what the word preposterous means, but I feel like it fits in this situation here. But yeah, we like bisexual men. I'm not going to lie. It is what
Wow.
it is. Yeah.
Who's the most interesting person you've spoke to on your show?
That's a great question. The most interesting person, I'm going to have to think for a second here.
Or who was the
Probably-
one that was the most shocking, or the one that was just the most taboo person, like taboo subject that you talked about?
Taboo person was definitely somebody who I am bringing, whose episode is going to be on Monday. So that was the one. But apart from that, it was another person, Eric Brazo. I'm not sure if I should mention him. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but well, I did. Eric Brazo, and he is studying Islam and extremism and roles of women in Islam, and he has a very different way of approaching everything. And I thought I knew Sharia law in Islam up until I talked to him, because he just put it in a whole different perspective, and I was like, what the fuck? So that was the most interesting conversation up until now.
Would you ever go to a Muslim country, Middle Eastern country? Would you ever want to go visit?
The way I behave in a foreign country, no, because I'd probably be
You
in
think
jail.
you get you in trouble?
Yeah. I'm not putting anything on my head. I tell you that much.
Well, they're having all the protests in Iran right now because of the woman that ended up dying because she didn't, have her head covered up and stuff.
That's right.
and
right.
it's-
And as soon as that happened, Eric wrote me and he said, we have to talk about this. I want to put it online. And I said, okay, we're doing an episode tomorrow. So I'm getting information firsthand.
Um, has there ever been anything that you've talked about on your show that has gotten you hate? Like people are like, I can't believe you had this opinion, or I can't believe you had this person on.
That's coming. It's coming. I'm not big enough quite yet for that to happen, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I just talked to someone who does these gender pronouns,
Mm.
and we disagreed on every single level. On multiple levels we disagree. There was nothing we agreed upon, and that was Angel, who
Mm.
identifies as they, whatever that means. But however, I feel like, when you disagree with someone so deeply, you need humor in your discussion, because otherwise it's going to go south. And this is something that I want to tell Americans, because you guys seem to be more and more divided throughout the years, and especially during the last year or so. I mean, after pandemic, everyone is a lot more anxious and divided and impatient, but in America, you guys should, whenever you discuss with people who disagree with you, be it political or any other topic, you should incorporate humor into your conversation. Like, humor is going to save you.
All
So when
right.
you block comedians, you're not doing yourself any favor. It's a fatal move. So when all these conversations were happening with these people that I disagreed with, we both hold a sense of humor, and that made everyone a lot more comfortable and a lot more defensive. You know what I mean? A lot less defensive,
Yep.
and yes, and more chilled and relaxed. So we were able to have a decent conversation that was very productive, but we both disagreed, but we incorporated humor. So that's the recipe, for talking to people you don't agree with.
No, I completely agree with you, but then, on the other hand, you do that. I mean, they just love canceling people, the cancel culture, I mean, it does happen all the time, but, like I do agree with you. I don't get offended by stuff. I don't like, I don't think I don't think it's possible to offend me. Is it
Well,
you? Is it possible to offend Erska?
I don't know. I haven't been offended yet. But, as I said, I don't hang out with people. So, Mhm.
So why do you think you're as antisocial as you are?
I mean, okay. So I see another
What happened
person.
to you? What happened to you to make you antisocial?
Video games. Video games. Before I got addicted to video games, I had friends and stuff. I had a normal social life. Then I got addicted, and I was playing up to 23 hours a day at my lowest point. I'm not too proud of that. And then after that, when you're addicted to something, your social life just starts plummeting, because addiction takes away everything, right? It becomes your friend, your lover, your everything you need, right? And everything goes away, and your productivity drops like an album. And after that, I had no friends. And then I got out of my addiction, but my social life was still pretty much non-existent. And now I have two friends, but I hang out with them maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. So
Mm.
other than that, I'm pretty much alone. All my activities are solo.
But I mean, would you consider yourself a person that has an addictive personality though?
Not anymore.
My buddy that I used to work in radio with, cousin Scott, he says you two work well together.
Hell yeah, we're the best team out there.
But so Erska though, so you were addicted to video games and stuff. Have there ever been any other addictions like working out, getting addicted to working out too much? I know that's a weird one to say, but like taking care of yourself, you said you went out and had some drinks tonight and stuff. Have there been any other addictive things that have happened in your life, or like you're addicted, or like are you a hoarder or something? Like if you turn the camera around, would we see a big pile of junk behind the camera?
Honestly, there's very little things in my place. When
Mm.
people visit, which is rarely, the first thing they do is they look around and they're like, where's all the stuff? And I'm like, what stuff? I have everything I need. I'm a minimalist. I have a rule. If there's something that I haven't been using for 2 months, I throw it away, which recently backfired because I do need winter clothing, right? But if I don't use something, I throw it away. So there's not a lot of things going on here.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
See, you're a tough nut to crack here. Like when, talking to you, I'm trying to like ask you a question, like I gotcha question, like
But I'm not addicted to anything else. I'm not an alcoholic.
No.
I do plan on taking psychedelics.
Have you ever taken psychedelics before?
No. And they're illegal here. The fine is 700 euros, which is
It is?
exactly yes, which is the price for a plane ticket to Amsterdam. So guess what I'm doing?
Going
And I
to
can't wait.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But so I've been reading a lot about how microdosing on psychedelics is good for anxiety, depression. I
That's
hear
right.
that I hear that it's working wonders. I have a hard time believing that it should be against the law to take something that comes naturally out of the ground, like mushrooms or any of that stuff, marijuana. I mean, we're gonna see national recreational marijuana here in the United States before it's said and done, but it's taken a while because the pharmaceutical companies don't want that to happen because they're gonna lose money and stuff. I mean, I think it's great that you're wanting to try it, but 700 euros to if you get caught taking psychedelics, that's absurd.
Fuck it, I'm going to Amsterdam. If it's done right, one good session with entheogens can be as effective as 12 years or more of traditional psychotherapy. Psychology without psychedelics is like biology without the microscope.
What do you know about DMT or whatever? You ever
Nothing.
read up anything about that? No, I mean,
Nothing.
I've heard. I mean, that's another psychedelic that they say it's like if you're not religious, it's almost like you find out the true meaning of life when you take
Holy
this.
shit.
No, I'm being dead ass serious. Like everybody has said, like it is a very religious experience, even if you're
Well,
not religious.
my friend told me that when he had experience with mushrooms, he actually saw himself die. So he saw himself getting out of his body and he was looking down as if it was another person laying on the bed and it was actually him. And he said that he's been more depressed ever since.
Somebody asked, there's certain toads that you can lick that will get you high as well too, like licking a frog.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that doesn't sound too exciting. I'll just stick to mushrooms, okay?
Yeah, my friend Colton, he says, oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Fuck yeah. And my friend, another friend, actually got off cocaine after psychedelics. Ever since he took psychedelics, he didn't want to take cocaine anymore. He felt disgusted with himself.
Cocaine,
So
a big
I
drug
believe,
in
yeah.
Slovenia.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
No,
No.
we're not big on drugs either.
Come on, no, you guys, Europeans have those party drugs. You guys are like ecstasy or like all that stuff, like the party drugs.
Not a lot, really. No. As I said, we are definitely boring. Definitely one of the most boring countries out there. I'm really not doing a good PR here, but
No, I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. Like you're kind of downplaying Slovenia just where like it's almost like you're trying to keep a secret in Slovenia, like that we don't come there. You're
we
kind of
drink.
downplaying the country. So a bunch of stupid Americans don't come to Slovenia and stuff. And screw up the place because here in Florida, that's all we get. We get Europeans, especially the British. We get all types of Brits that come to Central Florida. They want to go to Epcot. They want to go to Disney. They want to go to Universal. They want to go to Busch Gardens. So I kind of feel like you're trying to like throw us off. Like, don't come to Slovenia.
Nah, just stay there. Y'all don't need to come with your woke shit. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
so you're calling us woke?
No. You're not woke. No,
No, but
You're
I
good.
mean, dude, I mean, back to our governor. I was talking about our governor earlier. You know, he passed a bill, the Stop Woke Act. He
The
posts,
Stop Woke Act.
yes, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Our governor created that bill and it passed. It was about, you know, making, you know, people getting offended or like you know, some of the stuff that's taught in books and everything. So he did. Like I when I was on your show last week or a couple of weeks ago, you brought up woke, and they did. They started a bill here in the state of Florida called the Stop Woke Act.
Good, because when it comes to offensiveness, the worst thing about it is that who determines what is offensive? Well, the one who was being offended. Now that's a problem, and if that doesn't concern people, then they haven't heard it correctly, because that's the root of all problems here.
Out of all the things you believe, out of all the things that you support, what's the one of those that offends the most people? That offends the woke people?
Mm, I'm not gonna use any pronouns. There's
Uh,
male and there's female. There's he and there's a she. You
mm,
can you can transit. I mean, you can become a she if you were born a he, but you have to cut something off if you catch
oh
my drift.
no, I agree. No, so I've had that. Like,
You had it
no,
cut off?
no. What I'm
Okay.
saying is I've talked about that though. Is like, all right, if somebody gets it cut off, you know how they banana split it, right? You know what they do, like, because
What?
I knew this plastic surgeon. He's one of the best plastic surgeons in Tampa. Like, he gives the best boob jobs, like breast jobs. He creates them, and he has this saying: it's easier to make a hole than it is to make a pole.
Yep.
You know,
That's right.
so so what they basically do is they cut it right down the middle and they
Hmm.
fold it in. That's how they make
No
from a
shit.
man to a woman. They cut it
Look,
right down the
if
middle and they fold it in.
look, if you as a man are willing to do that, then I
You deserve
believe
it.
you. I believe you. I'm gonna call you a she, okay? I believe that you really want to be a woman. And that's fine. That's fine. If you're
um,
transsexual, it's fine.
what do you, well, you know, one of the things that has been talked about here a lot in the United States is this well, I see. I don't even know how to describe it without offending people, but it was a trans woman, so man
Mhm.
going into woman, has, I don't know if had it, banana split like I was talking about, but was
Okay.
competing in female swimming and won a bunch of national championships. And a lot of people thought that it was unfair to women that were competing in the women's division. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It kind of hits home because I have a huge amount of testosterone naturally. I was born like that.
Really?
And as a kid, I was in athletics and they wouldn't allow me to compete. They wouldn't allow me to compete. I was born a female. I've never taken any hormones, but the natural levels are a little bit fucked up. So I wasn't allowed to compete. And now hearing trans women competing and I'm not allowed to compete, that it cuts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but okay, I'm not gonna get personal. Anyway, what I believe should happen is if they want to let trans women compete, then they should allow steroids because it's an unfair advantage. I'm not saying that every trans woman is gonna win female sports, like that's not gonna happen. They're gonna be beat up sometimes. Like this is this trans woman is competing in MMA. Her name is Fallon Fox, and
Yeah.
she was competing against a biological female, Ashley something, and the biological female beat her ass. But nobody spoke then. Then everyone was happy that the biological woman beat the trans women. So they're not always going to win. But we have to remind ourselves that it is an unfair advantage. It's
Mhm.
like taking steroids, basically.
Uh,
Maybe you're not
I
going to win, but you have an advantage.
You were talking about you said you had extra testosterone. Somebody said I thought I saw an Adam's apple, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry
It is
about
a
my
little bit.
audience.
It is a little bit.
That same person also wanted to ask, uh, uh, when you know how you put the toilet paper on the thing, do you go over or under? And that's a big debate here in the United States. So
Jeez,
when you put the
is
toilet,
that a metaphor? Is that a metaphor
no,
for
no, no,
something?
no, no, no. It's when you
It's
put
not a
the
trap.
no, when you put the toilet paper in the thing, when you pull it down. Do you guys have that in Slovenia? Or like, you put it on the toilet paper roll holder, where the toilet paper sits on the holder. Do you guys have
Yeah,
that?
I just feel like I'm being categorized if I say
No,
something.
you're not being categorized. I'm asking a question that somebody asked. Do you put
Over,
it where the roll comes over or under? Because that's a big debate.
over.
Over. Okay. All
Yes.
right.
I don't like people who put it under for that matter. I just remember those are the same type of people that put pineapple on their pizza and stuff.
All right. Oh yeah, pineapple on pizza is the worst. Never ever should ever
Yeah.
be on pizza.
You're
That's
not just saying that because I said it, right?
no, 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 no. I have that debate all the time with people, and I also
Yeah,
hate.
right. Yeah.
I also hate deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza is not pizza. That's like lasagna. It's just it's lasagna with sauce on top of it.
What's your take on intermittent fasting? This is one of the ways that you can legitimately, naturally expand your lifespan.
I do it all the time. Whenever I'm feeling bad, because I've done a lot of research about it. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of animals in the animal kingdom, because a lot of people forget we are just evolved smarter animals, and we
Yes,
become
that's
soft.
right.
We become soft, but a lot of animals that are sick, they will fast. They will fast, and what happens is that your body starts the first thing that your body starts doing is eating the bad cells, the fat, all the disease out of your body. And I do it at least 1 to 2 times a week. I do the I give myself 8 hours out of 24 hours to eat. So I
You
I
eat for
do
8 hours and then 16 hours you don't eat
yes. Mhm.
fast. Wow. Okay. And besides, there's also some research that if you work out on an empty stomach,
You'll burn
your
more.
body's gonna feel better afterwards. Generally speaking, because back in the when we were hunting and stuff, you were without food for hours upon hours, and then you needed to hunt down a bear. So your body naturally produces a lot of adrenaline when you work out fasted, right? Because in your mind, in your ancient mind, it still believes that, okay, I haven't eaten, like I really need food. I better get down to being energized and shit. So yeah, it's interesting. Our body is a lot smarter than we think it is, I think.
Oh no, I agree with you 100%, because like what I've been, see, I don't want anybody to think like I'm on this. I mean, we all have our vices or our weaknesses when it comes to eating and being healthy and stuff. But like I'm big on the sprouts now. I've been eating the sprouts. I was reading the benefits of broccoli sprouts, and I'm on the broccoli sprout chain or train right now. Like I love it. I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but it makes your number twos way better. Like they're not as you know when you eat a bunch of processed foods and stuff. It's really really good, and there's a lot of like stuff that happens where it's helping out with cancer. It helps prevent cancer, it helps fight cancer. So you need to look that up. Broccoli sprouts. They say it's one of the best things.
Okay, I'm gonna buy some sprout. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what sprouts are. What's that?
Well, no, so it's like right when they first like their seeds, and once they start sprouting out of the
Oh,
seeds,
okay, okay, okay. I
you're
see what you're
getting
saying.
them at when they're like very at the beginning, when they still have the most nutrients.
Yes, yeah, that's one of the most nutritious food you can eat. The broccoli sprouts. That's right.
So intermediate, or you do the fasting and stuff. So, you were talking about opposite genders fighting and stuff. Do you realize that I was the intergender champion of the United States? Like I was 48-1 against women in boxing.
When?
I mean, right when I first started in radio, I only lost to one woman. Um, fighting. Look, that I didn't pick the fights, people, because I was real skinny and nerdy, and a lot of the ladies hated me and stuff. So they would
Oh, you
sign.
beat the shit out of them, so there you go.
No, but there was this one woman that she had scoliosis. You know what scoliosis is? Where you got the
Mm.
curvature of the back, like your back's all like messed up and you could barely walk. Well,
Yeah.
like she had spit on me, like she spit on me, like and so they were like, "Oh yeah, that was the first woman I fought." And like I folded her like a lawn chair, like with one hit, like it was over. It was like and then it was just like I fought nothing but women. I was 38-1. They all had to sign. The one woman I lost to was actually the heavyweight champion of the world in female boxing. Her name was Christy Martin.
Yeah, I
But
know her. She fought Layla Ali. Layla
yeah,
Ali
yeah,
beat
yeah.
her ass.
Mhm. But I had already fought 4 women before that, and I had to go in numerous rounds, and in between each round, I had to drink a beer and take a shot of liquor. So I was really drunk at the time. But yeah, she got me there. But yeah, I mean, I had a belt and everything. It was like I said, 38-1.
Well,
No.
congratulations. You know what I don't like though? I
What?
just saw I just saw a video online of a female beating a man in boxing. Now, she was someone who she wasn't a professional, but she was pretty skilled. And you could just tell the guy had no idea what he's doing in the ring. Like he
Mhm.
didn't like he was really an amateur. And then she decided to record it because of course she is beating up a man. And to me, and it really got on my nerves because seriously, you need to fight a guy who doesn't know what he's doing, and you need to do that, and you need to record it and put it online. So I wrote a comment, went straight into the comment section, and I wrote her, "That was the weakest move ever. You have no integrity." Because you know what? If you really want to prove that you can beat a man, go and beat someone who trains as much as you or even more, and see how that works out. Like it's such a weak move on her part, and it wasn't impressive. I actually felt pity for her. Like really, you need to go and fight an average dude, knowing you've been training for years. I mean, obviously you're gonna beat the shit out of him,
Mm.
but go find someone who's training as much as you, and
Do
I
you
bet you he's gonna beat your ass, probably.
do you think that men sometimes get the raw end of the stick? You know what I'm saying? Like, like here in America, like if the cops are called out to a domestic disturbance, and even if the guy did not do anything at all, but the cops, the official or whatever is going to believe the woman more than anything. Like if they get called, the guy's either going to jail or told to leave. Do you think that
Mhm.
women take advantage of that sometimes?
Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock. And it goes beyond that. If she presses charges, she's going to be working with a bunch of social workers who are bitter women who hate men.
Yeah.
A lot of those are social workers. They go to social work, really. And then they create a whole nother story. They take it to a new level. And yeah, it's a slippery slope for a guy. He can get into a lot of trouble by doing nothing.
I mean, it does happen here in the United States a lot where, guy could not do anything wrong and he does not get any custody of his children at all.
Yeah.
Like the women completely get it. I mean, that's one of the big red flags that I look for. If you're out dating or trying to meet people, if a woman does not have custody of her kids, that's like a big red flag. Like it's like, okay, what did she do? Because they got to do some really bad stuff not to get custody of their
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm. And then also the guy has to pay alimony. Even if they don't have kids, he has to pay her something. And I think it's very ironic. You know how feminists, they say that a woman is independent and every women have their own stuff and they can have their own money. Yeah, but at the same time, you also want a man to pay you alimony, because in practicality, you know what that means, right? That means that she cannot take care of herself and she needs a man to take care of her. That, I mean, nothing is more anti-feminist thing than the alimony. Yet the feminists always promote alimonies. So, like, I mean, pick your pick your poison. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot be independent and then expect a man to pay you alimony.
Mm.
Am I right?
Yeah, no, I mean, you know what though? Like, you would definitely be like a unicorn here in the United States. Like, you would. I'm being honest. No, I'm just being honest because it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying all women are like that here in the United States, but I mean, it's just kind of refreshing that you're, kind of.
We're
preaching
generalizing
the truth.
here. We're
No,
generalizing.
we are. I mean, there are different cases, but like in general, though, guys do get the raw end of the deal when it comes to a lot of stuff like that, and it does work both ways. So Urska, well, I'm dealing with the hurricane and stuff over here right now. What's the rest of your week looking like?
Which day is it today?
Today's Wednesday. It might be another day for you. Might be Thursday for you.
I think it is Thursday today. Yes. Yes.
Is that for midnight?
It's 1:16 a.m. So
yeah, it's Thursday. You're in the future. How is Thursday going so far?
Well, it is almost 1:30 a.m. So to say I'm boosting with energy would be an overstatement. But Thursday, I don't know. I don't have any plans. I do plan on going to a boxing match. I'm not going to be boxing, obviously. I don't feel like getting my head beat the shit out of. I'm going to be watching. And oh yeah, and I'm also so consequently, you know what, there's consequences because of that. I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway, sorry about that. Please continue.
So, all right. So you are all right. So do you leave the house every single day? Are there days where you okay, all right. Because you
Can I tell you my morning routine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so every day I leave the house. I do it in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I eat my big ass breakfast and then I go for a 2-hour walk in the forest every single morning. And that gives me a relaxation. I feel like I'm more calm when I drive and everything. It's an amazing morning routine. I love it. Yeah, every single morning I go to the forest.
What's your big ass breakfast have in it?
6 eggs, 6 whole eggs.
Yeah, you don't do any of that egg white bullshit then, right? Like you just go like straight eggs. Like you're not doing egg whites where you're removing the yolks.
Why would someone do that though?
Yeah, because everybody that wants to be healthy, they're always like, I'm taking the yolk out of it and I'm just eating the egg white.
Look, I mean, complain to the chickens. That's how eggs are. I'm gonna eat the 6 eggs. I don't care. I'm not removing anything. Are you kidding me?
All right, so 6 eggs.
6 eggs, and then 300 grams of oatmeal, and then a banana, and 2 apples, and sometimes I will add another fruit to it. So it's a lot.
Yeah, have you ever seen what, everybody talks about the English breakfast, like they eat like fried eggs, baked beans, sausage, like it's all over the place.
Yeah, the bacon and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't do English breakfasts.
So you eat the eggs, the fruit, the oatmeal. That sounds pretty strong for a morning breakfast. So you go out, 2-hour walk through the woods. Do you ever worry about any wildlife when you're doing that? Like, are there any dangerous wildlife animals in Slovenia?
Yes, they are. We have bears. A bear encounter would be very exciting. I mean, not that I'm hoping for it, but I've never had it before. No.
How big are the bears? We got grizzlies. We got grizzly bears here in the United States. Not here in Florida. We have black bears in Florida. Grizzly bears are more towards the northwest.
Nice.
What would be the one bear that you would like? I think polar bears would be the scariest bear
Oh,
to.
that I would fight? No, I would.
No,
I would
to
fight a
encounter.
kangaroo though.
Oh no, 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 no,
Fuck
no,
yeah.
no, no, no. You don't want. Have you ever seen how shredded and in shape some of these kangaroos can be? I've
I
seen the
would.
kangaroo boxing and stuff, but man, they would fuck you up. A kangaroo.
Uh, yeah, I would do boxing and no legs allowed. I think kangaroo for boxing would be a very good opponent. There is a video online where a kangaroo attacked the dog of a man.
Yeah.
Yes, and the man came to the kangaroo and he bitch slapped him. And the kangaroo was like, he was really taken aback. He was looking around like, what the fuck, And it was great. I would love to fight a kangaroo.
Polar bears, and polar bears are the one bear that just eats nothing but meat. They only are carnivores. Like grizzlies and black bears, they're omnivores. They'll eat fruit and stuff like that. But polar bears, man, they are just killing machines.
We haven't offended the vegans yet. You want to try?
I mean, we are made to eat. Like, okay, have you ever, like, on social media, ever heard of that Liver King guy that is always out and about? He just sticks to like eating raw meat. Like, he eats raw liver, raw meat.
Ooh, raw.
Yeah, raw. Like, he believes that he lives a primal lifestyle and he only eats nothing but raw meat. And he doesn't eat vegetables, fiber, or anything. He is just straight carnivore. And he says he doesn't, he sleeps on the floor. Like, he doesn't sleep. Like, he just walks around barefoot, shirtless all the time. He says he doesn't use deodorant, might shower once a month or whatever, but he lives a primal lifestyle. And he says that's the way that humans should be living.
He definitely doesn't sound like he has a mental illness.
But I mean, if you look at it, you'll have to look him up. Everybody's calling him out though, saying that he's on like steroids and stuff because he's like real jacked and everything. So,
so he's jacked. You know what I heard? I heard that if your dog has, what is it, an illness, a cancer, if your dog has cancer, if you feed him raw meat and only raw meat, he has a way better chance of beating the cancer than taking him to a therapy.
I mean, I do watch. I see a lot of people that do raw diets for their dogs and stuff, but it just seems expensive as hell, though. Like they're eating like great pieces of meat, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give this to my dog when I could be eating it myself.
Yeah, I don't know. If I had a dog and he had cancer, if I buy all that meat, I'd probably be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna
Just put
roast
them
this
down.
steak.
Put them down. That's what you got to do. I mean,
I love meat. I love it. I love eating meat. I have a blood type 0.
yeah. Oh, so all right. Somebody said a kangaroo would smash this girl to the carpet.
Well, I mean, depends on the size of the kangaroo. You have categories. I wouldn't fight someone who's 180. A kangaroo would have to be 125.
They do that all the time. There used to be, back in the day, they used to do that type of stuff, kangaroo fighting. They would put boxing gloves on the kangaroo.
Are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious. I'll have to
Is there
send
a video?
I don't know if I can find it right now. My internet's not the best right now with this storm, but yeah, I'll definitely have to send it to you. So Erska, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And hopefully, was it okay? Give me a rating.
A rating from 1 to 10?
Yeah, 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, whatever.
I'm gonna give you a 10.
Well, I really appreciate that. Tell my audience how they can check out your podcast. I know my appearance on your show is going to be out Friday. How can they find that?
Yeah, so make sure you guys check that out. Yeah, as I said, Captain E's on YouTube. I'm not as big as you quite yet. I'm still growing, but I'm getting there.
What made you want to do this
Podcast?
Yeah.
I was initially that was a fitness channel, so I was doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. I did 102 push-ups in a row, guys.
Really? But I mean, but you're also light. You don't have as much weight to push up all the
Yeah,
time.
I know. Don't tell them that, man. Don't tell them that. Point that out.
But are you one of those like CrossFit type people? Like, are you into the CrossFit? Like,
No, 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 no. But I am very competitive. Like even at the gym when I run on track, you know how those people they're on each side of you,
Mhm.
they don't know, but we're competing. We're competing. Yeah, so I'm a champion of, running on track without people knowing we're competing. And
um,
I did a fitness channel and then I decided, I might as well talk. So I started talking and now it's a channel of everything.
did you compete in sports like when you were in school and stuff, or like did you
I
like in school or anything?
Well, athletics I wasn't allowed, but yeah, I mean, recreationally, I guess.
All
A
right.
little bit.
I
Yeah.
see. I went on your page. I didn't see any of the athletic stuff. I'll have to go back there and check it out. But I'm gonna post all the links to your social media and
Awesome.
your
Awesome.
podcast on in the comments once I
Awesome.
upload this audio, because the audio podcast will be available there. And I do apologize about the technical difficulties earlier, but I'm really happy that you joined me. Okay.
Sure, no worries, man. No worries,
All right.
man. And
All
hook
right.
me up with some men.
Oh, so I mean, we can do an Urska dating game. I'm for
Let's
real.
do it. Let's do it.
No, I'm telling you, an American, like, see, but like, I don't know, like, you probably would like the Southern men. Like, there's gonna be some Southern men that are just gonna be like, "Hey, Urska, how you doing, Urska? This is Billy Bob. I'm from South Florida. I'm gonna take you down to the Everglades, and we're gonna go hunting for some boa constrictors down here."
I'm down. I don't know what a boa constrictor is,
Well,
but I'm down.
those big snakes, the big, like they're not native to the state of Florida, but do you know that they have a boa constrictor hunting competition every year? Like they pay us to hunt boa constrictors, like
Oh
anacondas, like
yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah,
big
yeah,
ass
yeah, yeah.
snakes.
What do you do with them when you hunt it down? Do you kill
You
it or do
kill them, you
you
shoot them, and you put them
eat
in a
them?
bag. Yeah, I mean, some people do eat them, and then we have iguanas down in South Florida as well too. Iguanas are not natural to our state because, well, speaking of hurricanes, a good tie-in. Back in 1992, Hurricane Andrew came through South Florida as a Category 5, and it destroyed a zoo, so a lot of the zoo animals escaped and they started
Wow.
breeding in the wild in South Florida. So that's why we're overrun by boa constrictors. Like, seriously, the boa constrictors, yeah, pythons, for pythons.
Nice.
And like,
Nice.
they're eating alligators right now. They're eating alligators.
So, wait, pythons are eating alligators.
Yes, because they've eaten everything else. Like, they've completely wiped out the ecology and South Florida. So now they're predators of alligators. Like they're eating alligators, and some of these pythons and stuff have eaten alligators that were too big, and their stomach exploded after they ate them. Like you would find these pythons and boas that their stomachs just exploded because they swallowed a whole alligator.
I have to come to Florida. You guys sound interesting
Oh, we
down
have
there.
dinosaurs here. We have dinosaurs here. Like it's like alligator, like crazy. Like we have more alligators. Just basically, you have to assume here in the state of Florida, when you're next to a body of water, there's an alligator in it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty crazy. So, but Urska, let's do this again. Hopefully, I didn't offend you, or hopefully you had a great time. I don't think it's possible to offend you, anyways. I actually think I think you're
You're
actually
being you're being very nice and polite. I like
No,
that.
no,
You're
no, but I could easily look. If I got standards and guidelines because I get paid from my
yeah.
YouTube and Twitch. Trust me, there's a lot of things that I want to say that I really can't because I'll get canceled. The woke culture will cancel me.
Fuck it. Oh, can we curse on this
I mean, curse,
podcast?
fuck, shit,
Okay, good. I mean, I'm new
motherfucker.
to this, okay, so I
No,
don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of,
I'm
you
good.
know, testing the
What's the
territory.
worst curse word? Is there any Slovenian curse words that we don't know?
Oh shit, yeah. I can't believe I'm saying this on podcast. Shit. I'm so okay. So the worst Slovenian curse word is probably gonna be pička ti materna.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. Let me hear that again.
Pička ti materna.
And you know what? You know what? Give me an idea of what that means. Because wait a minute.
Oh,
Let me hear it one more time and see if I can guess.
okay.
Give me.
So
I want to hear it one more time.
pička ti materna. It has something to do with your mother,
Oh,
but
motherfucker! It's motherfucker.
something like that. Yeah, something like that, but a little bit more rude.
Okay. What about the one word that offends everybody in America? Like if you really want to offend a woman, I don't know why they use it in Great Britain all the time. It is the see you next Tuesday word. So if you take the word, like see you next and Tuesday, cunt. Cunt is the one word that offends women big time here in the United States.
Women. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
I one of the biggest arguments I ever got into when I was married. I call another woman that, and it was bad. It was bad. It's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, okay. But then if a feminist says that, then you just ask her, okay, but what is a woman? And then she said, well, there's no such thing as a woman. And then you say, okay, then. No, I'm serious.
You would be a great American. I got to tell you. Like,
God, no. People would hate me. Trust me.
no.
I was talking to someone who believed that there's no such thing as gender and there's no such thing as race. And
Mm.
then she went on talking about how, the ancestor and we profit and we're profiting from the white privilege. And then I said, okay, but then I can just identify myself as a black person and won't have to deal with it.
I mean, okay.
It's fair to say that, right? Like I can identify myself as anything, and if I'm being misogynist as a man, I can then identify myself as a female. Or if I have toxic masculinity, then I can identify as a female, and then I won't have toxic masculinity anymore.
You know what? We need to do a Patreon show. We need to definitely do a Patreon show that is because if you don't know what Patreon is, it's a subscription type streaming platform that has no rules. You can say whatever you want to say. Like you don't have to worry about anything. So I may have to fire that up sometime and have you on as a guest because I would really like to hear you let it rip a little bit just to see what's on your mind.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, I mean, I can say that now when it's a small channel, like if I
You get big,
grow,
you won't be able to because you'll have too much attention.
yeah, I'll have to get more politically correct sooner or later, and I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to do it.
All right, Urska. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on the show, and let's do this again, okay?
Deal, man. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Urska. Have a great one, and if you need anything, always feel free to reach out, okay?
All right. Have fun during the hurricane.
I will.